Have you ever had to explain a family decision that sounded a little bit crazy to everyone else? Maybe you took a weird vacation, maybe you brought home a strange pet, or maybe your partner did something that made your friends raise their eyebrows. Now imagine having to explain that decision on live television in front of millions of people while holding a shiny new Golden Globe Award. That is exactly what happened to actress Rose Byrne earlier this year. And honestly, the story has only gotten better since that unforgettable night. Let's set the scene. It is January 11th, 2026. The place is the 82nd Golden Globe Awards. Rose Byrne wins Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy for her role in a film with a fantastic title, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. When they call her name, Rose makes her way to the podium looking genuinely shocked. She is wearing a stunning backless emerald dress. She stands at the microphone with the golden statue in her hands and begins what will become one of the most talked about acceptance speeches of the night. "Of course, I didn't prepare anything," she starts. The audience laughs. She thanks the director. Then comes the part that really got people talking. Rose wants to thank her longtime partner, actor Bobby Cannavale. But there's one small problem. Bobby is not in the audience, so she has to explain why. "I want to thank my husband, Bobby Cannavale. He couldn't be here because we're getting a bearded dragon and he went to a Reptile Expo in New Jersey. Thank you, baby," she says. The audience bursts into laughter and applause. It is the kind of moment that makes award shows fun to watch. At this point, you might be wondering a very reasonable thing. Why on earth would anyone skip the Golden Globes to go look at lizards? The answer is much sweeter and way more relatable than you might think. It has nothing to do with Bobby's personal hobbies and everything to do with being a dad. Rose and Bobby have 2 young sons together. Like so many kids out there, these boys had their hearts absolutely set on getting a new pet, a bearded dragon. The boys made their case, and eventually their parents gave in and said yes, the family was getting a bearded dragon. But here's the thing about getting a bearded dragon. You cannot just go to any old pet store. The best place to find a quality bearded dragon is at a Reptile Expo. So the family made a plan. There was only one tiny problem. The expo fell on the exact same day as the Golden Globes. Before the Globes even happened, Rose appeared on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. She gave everyone a preview of the family situation. "Bobby can't come, which is such a bummer," she told Fallon. She explained the scheduling conflict, but missing the expo would be such a parent fail. They had made a promise to their kids. You cannot just tell your kids, "Sorry, we're not getting the dragon because mommy has an award show." That is not how parenting works. So Bobby took one for the team. He headed into deep, deep Jersey while Rose headed to the red carpet. She even joked that he was doing God's work by handling this important family task. During that same interview, Rose shared some fascinating details about what owning a bearded dragon actually means. "I think they're gorgeous. I think they eat live crickets, so," she said with a shrug. Jimmy Fallon's reaction was perfect. He put his hands on his head and said, "What are you talking about? This is insane." But Rose stayed positive. "So we're doing it, and I'm on board for the dragon. It's gonna be great," she said with a smile. Luckily, Rose had a backup date for the Globes. Her brother George came with her. Fast forward about a month after the Globes. It is now February 2026. Rose gives an interview to the New York Times, and she has something she really wants to clear up. The story about Bobby and the Reptile Expo had taken on a life of its own. Social media had a field day with it. Some people actually thought Bobby skipped the Globes because he personally loves reptiles more than he loves supporting his partner. Rose needed to set the record straight. "Never in my life will I announce something like that on a major award show again," she told The Times. She explained that after the ceremony, everyone seemed to assume that Bobby was at the expo just for fun. "Everyone was thinking it's for Bobby. It's not. It's for our children. The children," she said with emphasis. Can you imagine having to defend your partner against strangers who think he skipped your big night just to look at lizards? It's kind of funny when you think about it. The interview also gave Rose a chance to reflect on the experience of winning. She admitted that the whole moment felt overwhelming, totally out of my depth and inarticulate, she said about herself. After the show ended, she found herself texting many people to apologize for forgetting to thank them. Her co-star Conan O'Brien gave her some excellent advice. Conan is an award show veteran who was just weeks away from hosting the Academy Awards for the second time, so he knows what he's talking about. Conan was like, "Shut up, it was great. No one wants to hear someone bang on for hours," Rose shared. She even called him an unofficial life coach for being so supportive. Now for the update everyone has been waiting for. What happened with the bearded dragon? Did Bobby complete his mission successfully? In late January, Rose gave an update to Extra that confirmed the happy news. The family did indeed get their new pet. "It's going well," she said. "We've got the guy, he's really cute, and he's in the house, and it's going well." So the story has a happy ending for everyone. Rose got her Golden Globe, the kids got their scaly friend, Bobby's reputation as a great dad remains solid. Here's a sweet detail that most people missed. While Rose was on stage accepting her award, Bobby was reportedly cheering her on from afar through FaceTime. So even though he was not physically in the room, he was still watching. He was still celebrating with her. Picture this, if you can. A dad in New Jersey at a reptile show surrounded by lizards and snakes, holding up his phone to watch his partner win a Golden Globe. That image is actually kind of beautiful. In the weeks following the Globes, Rose's career kept soaring. On February 22, 2026, Rose attended the BAFTA Awards in London. This time, Bobby was definitely there in person. Rose looked stunning in a butter yellow Miu Miu gown covered in silver crystals. Bobby looked sharp in a black suit and bow tie. He was right there beside her, supporting his partner at another major awards show. No Reptile Expos in sight that night. What do you think the boys would say if they knew their pet bearded dragon caused such a stir? They're probably too young to understand. Maybe someday they'll look back and think it's pretty cool that their pet got mentioned at the Golden Globes. That's not something most kids can say. Rose's comments to the New York Times show that she still stands by the decision, even if she regrets how it was received. "Never in my life will I announce something like that on a major award show again," she told the Times. But at the same time, she's made it clear that she doesn't regret the choice itself. Bobby was where he needed to be. He was taking care of family business. He was still supporting her from afar. That's what partners do. As for the bearded dragon himself, he's settled into the family home. He's doing well based on Rose's updates. He'll probably never know that his arrival caused such a commotion. He's just living his best lizard life. He's eating crickets. He's occasionally letting some escape to hop around the house. He's being a beloved pet to two young boys. And that really is what the whole story was about from the beginning. It was about a dad making sure his kids got the pet they were promised. Sometimes the best stories are the ones where parents show up for their kids in unexpected ways, even if it means missing the after party. And hey, if you enjoyed this story about Hollywood chaos and family priorities, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps more people find these videos. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next wild celebrity story we dig into. Also, feel free to share this one with a friend who needs a reminder that even famous people have to deal with parent fails and surprise pets. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.